cannot possibly explain it to you, so I will not try to, but it's an internet joke. I'm now going to, this is a shocking device. I'm not excited about it. It's not a joke, it really shocks you, it really hurts, I promise. Charlie invented it. If I go over my time, I get shocked, so I'm going to try not to go over my time. I want to answer some questions about The Fault in Our Stars from people probably in the first 6 rows. Sorry, people in the back, but I literally cannot see you. I'm sure that your questions are good. Nothing personal. Oh, look at that. There's more light. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guy in the back. I actually didn't want to look at them, but thank you. I will answer some of your questions, but I have a couple of requests. First, that you not ask me questions that are like massive spoilers, which should be kind of obvious, but it isn't. Because a couple nights ago, a very nice young woman who just, in a moment of not thinking straight, said, "In looking for Alaska, biggest spoiler ever, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, yeah, but like, it's an actual fact that 99.96% of Americans have not read that book. So don't ruin it for them. So please keep your questions, to the beginning of the book or vague, and I will answer any questions that you may have. The hand shall rise as one. Yes.
You mentioned that you were able to write this book because you became a parent.
Yeah.
Can you explain why, or?
Sure. So the question is that I talked in a video about how I couldn't have written this book until I became a parent. I think that's true. One of the things that you don't realize when you're not... Are there any parents here, by the way? See, the difference between parents and their children is that parents raise their hands. Whereas the rest of you just scream at me. I love you, parents. You're like me. So one thing about, first off, how cool is it that your kids go crazy about songs about corks? So one of the things about becoming a parent is that you realize pretty quickly that the nature of your relationship with your kid is absolute and unconditional in ways that not even you really fully understood. And in order to write this book, I had to understand that in any parent and child relationship, that relationship exists as long as either person is... Hank, I hope you're okay. Just so you know, we can hear it when you do that. That relationship exists as long as either person is around. So, my grandfather is dead, but he is still my mother's father. And that fact that that relationship is not contingent upon both people being here was really, really important to me understanding how I could write this story and be very hopeful about it. Yes, definitely. I'm definitely not going to answer any questions from anyone who is standing because that's very intimidating and I feel like you might run up and hug me, which is the scariest thing that could possibly happen. Hi! It's nothing personal. I have a social anxiety disorder. I've talked about this before with you guys. It's the only reason I'm able to tour is because of the distance. Hi! Yes?
Hi! How much preparation did you have to do in order to get to the mindset of a teenage girl?
Oh, how much preparation did I have to do to get the mindset of a teenage girl? None. I mean, it's right there. I'm not like a method actor. I didn't sit down and paint my nails and read Teen Vogue or whatever you guys do. I had no idea what teenagers were like when I was a teenager, and I have no idea what they're like today, to be completely honest with you. I didn't know what kind of music people listened to when I was 16, and I don't know what kind of music you listen to now, and I don't really care, and it doesn't seem like you care that I don't care. So it seems to be working out okay. But I do remember what it was like to be, I don't need to become a teenager again to know what it's like to feel afraid and to know what it's like to feel vulnerable and scared and excited and in love and all of that stuff because, I still have access to those emotions, thank God.
Yes.
If you could be a fruit, what kind of fruit would you be and why?
I would be an avocado. Because it's a really sort of special kind of fruit. It's not sweet and it's got a bunch of weird fats in it instead of a bunch of weird sugars. And I just think that's amazing. I'd love to be that unique in my own kingdom.
That's great.
Last time I said
Yes.
corn dog, that's true.
Who do you think would win in the battle, tardigrade or honey badger?
Who would win in a
Well,
battle, tardigrade or honey badger? I guess
That
I'll get-
depends. Is the battle happening in the vacuum of space? Because in that circumstance, the tardigrade would win. But pretty much that's the only one. I mean, I think it would be hard for a honey badger to actually kill a tardigrade because
Can
its
you
teeth
explain-
couldn't get to it. Tardigrades are tiny, and they're the most like durable organism that actually looks like something that you would say, oh, that's a bug. Not just like a single-celled organism or something like that. And honey badgers, you know, I'll know about honey badgers.
Yeah. So, but just as a quick aside, that is from Hank's new show, Sci Show, which is all about science.
Thanks.
So, watch those videos. Okay, apparently Hank does not know how to talk about the stuff that he does for a living. Okay, call on someone.
There's a young man, or yes, you. The funniest thing I've ever what? Seen? I don't know. No, I can't think of things. Do you have anything?
No, I can never, as you know, I can never answer those questions.
Yeah, it's really hard. I have nothing.
I don't think I've ever seen anything funny, unfortunately.
Well, I forgot all the funny things I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. All the way in the back.
Who is your inspiration?
Who is my inspiration?
They might be giants.
You're inspired primarily, like you wake up in the morning and you're like, I've got to do something that the Johns will like.
I mean, if they like would write me a note and say like, really liked what you did there, I'd be like, done.
I mean, yeah, my inspiration is more complicated than that. I'm mostly inspired by my readers and the opportunity. I mean, what really inspires me is the opportunity to have a seat at the table in people's lives when they're figuring out what's going to be important to them, whether that's when they're teenagers or when they're in their 90s, whenever. That's a real privilege, and that's I guess, what makes me want to keep working. But They Might Be Giants is also a good answer.
With the thing on your wrist, is that a wristwatch? Who wears those? It's a hectic glow wristband from the audiobook
Nice, I hope you
set.
enjoy the
Congratulations, you're awesome.
Oh, we can't do that. Why is Maureen always trying to ruin my show? Tell her I said no. Yes, all the way in the back again. That went well last time. Yeah.
What's your favorite Smoothly Booper fight song?
So one of my weirder jobs is that I play video games, and I've created a fictional soccer team and this whole backstory for them, and I live vicariously through them. And a lot of people watch me do it, although there are many people here who don't, which is fine, although youtube.com/hankgames. And I play as the Swindon Swoodly Poopers, and my favorite fight song is the one we wrote for this guy, One Size. His name is Fitz Hall. His actual real name is Fitz Hall, but we call him One Size Fitz Hall. We wrote a song that the actual supporters of the actual team he currently plays on heard and started singing at actual games. And the song is, he's big, he's tall, he's also short and tall, one size fits all. And they sing it at games.
With the distracting stuffed animal. It's Yoda. With Mickey ears.
Long story. Top 3 fandoms.
Top 3 fandoms. I don't know, is Nerdfighteria a fandom?
No.
Okay.
It is? I thought it was a relationship.
I mean, Harry Potter is number 1. Sherlock. And Star Trek, and I'm so sorry for leaving out Doctor Who.
Sorry,
But you
Whovians.
gave me 3!
Sorry,
So
Whovians. You guys are nice. We do like you. Hi, yes.
We ever take Ransom Riggs on a book tour?
Will I ever take Ransom Riggs on a book tour? One of my best friends from college, Ransom Riggs, wrote a hit book called what's it called?
Miss Peregrine's
All right,
Home for
Miss
Peculiar
Peregrine's Home for
Children.
Peculiar Children, great book. And no, I mean, it's not up to me. That's up to Ransom. I'd love to go on tour with him. I just don't think that he'd like to. He gets
John is
intimidated by-
pretty hard to tour with. He's not an easy guy to say that he's got an odor. I'm kidding, John. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you don't want to get close to me.
Ah, yes, you with the camera in front. Oh, your neighbor.
Why haven't you put up any new music lately?
Why haven't I put up any new music lately? Oh, well, no, it's not because I'm on tour. I mean, I did do t-shirt and jeans not that long ago. I always feel like now if I do a music video, I have to make it a big production, like the Strange Charm video
Which is just
was.
not true. You should
I
just
know, I don't have
Boy
to.
and his guitar.
I know. And we used to have like 5 videos a week, and so it would be like, throw in a song video, don't have an idea for today. But now I always have really good ideas for other stuff to do.
Here's
So.
the actual answer. I will answer for
Okay,
him.
John, psychoanalyze.
Hank
please.
is very busy. He does a lot of things. Running VidCon, helping run DFTBA Records. He is a very, very busy person. That's the answer.
Yeah, okay. I also really like to write songs, though, and I still do. And there are some of them on the new CD that's available right
That's true, there are new good songs.